Hello and welcome back to Vegan Pines. Last time we went down that telephone booth to find out that it was some kind of quick travel hub in a way, I guess we can call it. Because yeah, we got here, went for a tube, and now we're here, in this snowy place. Looks like we are getting back that way. And yeah, Mr. Noncreed also came and went through, and we are following him, I guess. Can I go? Okay. Okay, I can go this way. Wait. This looks familiar. Like, isn't this a sign to the city? This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear out snow. No time, Noncreed's getting away. Okay, so something strange is going on. I mean, everything's already strange. It is clearly the town. Well, a broken version of the town. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. May not be the most well-versed on all things Vegan Pines, but this does look like some kind of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Noncreed is an alien. Hello, stick with me here. Species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is the base camp dimension, so naturally to keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Vegan Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You'll get used to it, we should keep moving. So we can't go up there though.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Noncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Noncreed was after.
Why is he so low today? Is that... he's very, I don't know.
Gran stood
I don't know if it's just a scene or...
one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. Stop that, you doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Grant? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Noncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Back held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Noncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You got it all wrong, Jennifer. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, do you know that this man's entire life is a lie? Right for him, your father might still be alive.
Noncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Most like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. That can mean that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
In the stillness he began to... Only one option.
And in the stillness, was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
So, this all makes sense soon, Luca. And everything can go back to normal. I
She
promise.
stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once the precious sauce is destroyed, you'll see where the loyalties fall. Juniper, don't!
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
See, Joseph? And then one very important lesson in life. You want things to change, then you must be willing to.
Gran could finish. The ground shook her to silence.
Are we all gonna get frozen again? Oh yeah. Well.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need
Indeed.
to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Yeah. Okay then. We only have one option. It is this one. Oh yeah, this scene. So we can fight or we can flight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Carr. We've lots of AFS, but I'm afraid we have a place to be. Come on, Iggy. See you, Jax. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
So we got here somehow. So it must not be that far away from town. Question is, why is it like a replica of the town? I don't know. That's actually pretty badass. I think I lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we've been downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
A disk of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
The manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like this. We already know what this is. If I went here the first time, yeah, this would be. Yeah, this is you know, I could have gone here way earlier, but yeah, it's kind of interesting how that plays out. What's the readout? Sitting just about 258 Kelvin. That down a bit from last time. Let's report this to Mr. Carr. Meh, still within safe ranges. Maybe spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small knot in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Do you relax? There's a few more sides to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. Things are outside. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There could be another town. There couldn't be another town this deep into Meatwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. I forgot to go up here. Maybe there's something here this time. Look at you there.
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo car. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in these woods.
Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
Sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only interesting thing in the woods is you. It is the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our videos? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you went on a full surprise, aren't you? You know my parents? No, I don't know if meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Something tells me he's involved in her missing. The plot thickens. Oh, yeah, I saw a thing here I could do. Okay, I guess I can throw it at it. I don't know how this is gonna help. Oh, somehow that worked. So it is Beacon Pines. So that's interesting.
Welcome to Beacon Pines.
This doesn't make any sense. We are in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. That's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and the Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all this leads to one source. Things related? What else going on? We are gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. That stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into, yeah. It's all frozen.
Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Well, have them here, have them fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Oh yeah, you know, swim one.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep moving. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hagertopic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. This town is destroyed. Everyone we've ever known is gone. Well, you don't know that. Can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably a great idea to stumble about in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just best
They
of it.
huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I saw our force up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. So, this all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bullhuggy. First of all, you didn't know what that gun would do. Yeah, didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
Motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously, but that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You're supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody good types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights? It's obvious still. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You all are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse missing control.
Wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Banhorn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, the new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she even she already likes you. You have Tish.
Nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great, but she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get
He
that
cleared his
impression.
throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here.
Iggy
Definitely.
arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all
Luca's
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dingy little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. Give the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit gratitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger? Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just, what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. You just keep minding your own business. You're running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt anybody. Nobody. Anybody? Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-headed, scaffy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hater on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? Let's call us Abbie and call me Ned.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a Ned and pass off? Very well.
Ned began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. Gotta help us now. Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Turned sharply and began to stomp.
Look for the riddles. You giving up?
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open
For a
them.
brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold. Until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place. cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Ned, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time teleport and reboot, or teleport to some alternate universe, or this is also some cool experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're anything close to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here. By the time you call your home for the past several years, it's replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering to be fair, but replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to relocate the whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. This could not would require a precise duplicate. But you wouldn't notice. Someone wouldn't notice. You think so? Unless the editing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can lead it to the miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, repulsion even. The brain is a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Nikki looked around uncomfortably. I don't know if she was supposed to be saying that, but whatever. So, you're saying that someone went into a new town and moved us all here and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Well, that's the one question that cannot be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why say the source like that? Mind
He
he?
began to laugh uncomfortably.
Sounds ridiculous. There's no way he could.
Looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. But with a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
This really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy. Not too late to turn back. Soon hit west for a wee walk.
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All the time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They weren't your first spot in the world. Our first spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why you give me a slip like that? What if I couldn't find it, you
He
dirt?
finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy. That's true, Iggy. Yikes.
They heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Go hide. 259k. Well, this is so good. Dude, the enemy? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? You said whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
Just scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey! Don't be such a dad, dude. Took these steps to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. That's a weird move. Haha, weirdo. Huh. Here I thought I was a guy. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Don't lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Icky gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting in the stove, crying like some pushover. Who are you helping? Icky, look what he did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. No command, honey. You're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When something comes on you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Curtis made a little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? I had mentioned something about a sauce.
His eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. Sure be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to that precious sauce, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? Small enough if it's small enough to steal, we'll snatch it. Too big to snatch, we'll smash it. What if it's too big to smash?
Flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm coming this way, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Well, we know what happens when you try to destroy it, so... I don't know if you can move it though, so... Can't get off cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you to stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Marshmallow! Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like I killed you?
Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Ah, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. Wait a minute. If this is the whistle sound, that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that? Long story. So a few years back I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not doing the firecracker stuff to give kids. The good stuff. So I buried it under a tree. That's the long part of the story. You all were doing chores and Rolo's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason.
Rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Stifled a chuckle.
Yep. Just wants to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these are some primo fireworks. So I might underestimate things. You blew up the chicken coop? First thing of it is an incendiary redecoration. But you should have seen the look on your faces. We all got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. When I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown up found them and tossed them.
Triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that could move. It was us. Unbelievable. Well, guess we got fireworks now. Do you think this is a game? Useless, bro. You're not a hero. You're a little bat who's way over his head. Here's just someone who refused to give up. Cabbage these days are running children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always positive to hang a tummy myself. Is that so? Do you think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. have a blast off, loser. Okay. Cook it. Just like this whole thing place. See if we can go anywhere else. So what? I think we can just. We have to go to the source. Can we go up here? No. Okay. Well.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Sorry. Echo! Echo! Whoa. So I wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would he dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do you smash a hole? Uh-oh. Oh, it's much more than that, my darling little friend. Car, where's Follow? What's the night before? He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Christ, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What do you do to that sound? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source. Where do you collect the unrefined,
Scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, I don't understand any of this. I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
Face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness. Others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play a part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for a curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even the professionals such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smacking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's do something regrettable. Junction you. Good is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I put these in your precious soul? Nothing at all. You terrible liar. I'll have you know I'm an exceptional liar. But, that's fine enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Call if he goes.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. And these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
Just a sorry, you can put that down. What, like this?
Nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into
Uh-oh.
the hole.
Well. Oh. Oh.
Growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh, shoot.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further
Well,
down
we are gonna freeze
in his
anyway.
coat.
But I guess you don't know that. You reckless child, what have you done? Look, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call him back. What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference. You're always listening. Do that kill us will just haul us up and stake us both. The only way to get out of here, out of this, is if Kurt's out of the picture. Let's just go. Let's just go and save yourself. If he lets us go, we both die. I won't die, but seeing the look in your face almost makes it worth it. Let's go. You had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go? Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You've had... Ugh, blah, blah. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Prum dum dum, prum dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Look at me. It's okay.
Iggy loosened his grasp.
You ain't going to kill your friend just like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just no good bully. Like you, Kerr. You know,
His hand slipping.
I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's the only way out of this mess. Two birds, one stone. Makes sense for us to fall together. Ragged dudes, toil in packs.
Settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Refuse, accept. Oh boy. This one is a big one. I thought that, yeah, the fireworks would trigger up the sauce, but maybe not? I mean, huh. But like, I don't think it matters, because I think we're just gonna get frozen again, right? I don't know. What would I say in this situation? I mean, I'll probably say refuse, so let's say accept instead.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's
Because
request.
that's what I do, I guess. Do the opposite of what I want to do.
Luca watched the tears
I don't know.
sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. Well,
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
no. Oh, more fireworks. Watch how this works out. Did you like them? And then have a goodbye. So the sauce is fine. Really thought that this would, you know, destroy the sauce, but Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Curious. Ah, of course. Those fireworks of Aegis must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before Freedom Harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend sacrificed to save this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquamine is a particular substance. Liquamine? I don't know. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but it also requires ephemeral energy. It occurs to assume that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the firework made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
Some idea what that would look like.
Yes, we do. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine is spent to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca went on. You are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Oh, okay.
Revenge served cold.
This is silly.
Time's a charm?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. Nope.
Yeah.
I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay then. We can hum there. Oh yeah, I can refuse too. Let's go ahead and refuse and see what happens. I'm curious.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yeah. Okay, well that didn't really, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much what you would expect, like... yeah, I guess we have one option. To hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for...
Oh, sorry.
his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little bugaboo. Bugaboo? All the people commented on my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
I mean, questions. Mom? That's right, bugaboo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you were pieced together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where'd you go? Why'd you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? You tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. Tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
First time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. See now, there's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold hard
Gazed
trip.
down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We got a party to crash. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest Liquamen.
So that's how you say it. Tempest Liquamen.
There were dozens of them, every one stamped, filled. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
That is what change is all about. Come to view some discovery neck and making things happen. Change is choice. I am Jacob Ping that we will all be painted just together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. China has a dangerous secret and preventing house only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. To pick up the whole damn time mooted right here under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. Told us they would clean this place up. Just had to leave town for a few days. Papa had us evacuated. This is hard fun. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is getting tiresome. A little help, please. Don't y'all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Through the crowd.
Well, I'm just sneaky as the Dickens. Okay. We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying its price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associate will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so she can get help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. We all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easy to look the other way. Truth is. That's quite enough, Mr. Lancreed.
Dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want to see this. Ah, dear Tempestus. I can't say words. Eleanor Van Horn. Been quite to find my side. Like a weed that's spurred in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
Paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in my company. You must pull one on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plans to stop our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your fears are yours to bear. Mr. Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that bouncing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can disperse with the formalities from here on out.
Simon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharp-Heart Valentine.
His face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This
Okay.
is a story about change.
So, is this how, like, Eleanor got old? Maybe? Is that it? Like, is this, like, that's how she got old and stuff? I don't know. Because I thought maybe it was just an old disguise, but maybe she is actually old. I don't know. Anyway, what? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. And then I was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. But you also witnessed my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Carr, be at the end reveal the sign. Huh. Ha! Wonderful.
Choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Stop it, you malicious bastard! I'm glad you're back so I can tell it to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. So it is not the time for audience participation. So, Assistant Mr. Carr,
Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
you coward! Does anyone have something to contribute?
Helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? Town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. At least be nicer to my children. Daddy? Give you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But silence, Augustus. And all of this speaking, an adult speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who never really lets me down. Harris, you family with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. But I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you said enough. Nonsense, the people deserve to know how helpful and all you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no other choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. We used to follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An easy actor. Desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes well with you. Well, those who haven't already out away my goodwill. Sure. Digging parts is mining it. And I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of the Middle Harvest? Ha! Think that puffed up Levers guy? What? Could have accomplished all of this. I don't know how to say that, or what it even means. Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. Bilk. So I invented William Kerr. See you out, you earned it.
Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, Thespian extraordinaire at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the world of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a Patsy the whole time? Patsy. Oh, I get it. Now that you figure this out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. I'll make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. Just as simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. Give an eye, new boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. Things could have gone a bit differently. You might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. No one underestimated what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough to chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily, as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, well that's where I stopped today though. Yeah, gone on 1 hour now. But wow, yeah, a lot happened there. We found the source. We found out there's an aging potion of sorts. Uh, yeah, found out our grandmother is really our mother. Found out we found some strange person who knows a lot somehow. Um, almost seems like the like know that this is a story too in a way. It kind of felt like the well aware of the whole plot and everything kind of to me like they were like a what's the word omniscient, what's the word, I don't know, whatever. um yeah, it kind of felt like that, but maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, um yeah, things are definitely happening, so yeah, that's it for now though. See you next time.